Quite often there are situations where you can't access your software. Well, Columbia College offers like a really, in my opinion, wonderful solution to helping you access your classroom software should you need it. Now, it does require, though, a um, fairly good internet connection. I've had different situations where it was not that strong, and then I've been up on gigabit, and it seemed like it was pretty good depending on the application I was using. Like obviously ZBrush or some of the other ones require a little bit beefier of an internet. But regardless of that, there's two ways. You can install VMware, and then you can access it through this HTML client or web browser. I'm going to start with this one, and then I'll show you how to set up the installation. I tend to like the installation a little bit better because I always have it. But if I'm on someone else's computer and I don't want to install a bunch of superfluous software, I will do this one. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. Now you want to type in the same username you would do to access the computers on campus. So this is essentially my login. Then you want to select IAM, and then you want to type in your password. And quite often this is the password you'd either receive, I believe from IT to access the computers like on our internal network. So I'm going to go ahead and hit login. And you could see it logged in fairly quickly. It might take you a little bit longer if it's your first sign in. I tend to go with this 4Q one. So I'm going to go ahead and just click this and let it load in. You can see here I'm approached with this Windows screen. I'm going to pause the video and let it log in for a second. Now you can see that here we are, we're inside of our Columbia College portal. I have Unreal, I've got all the great software. Now what I'm going to do is just sort of go back to this horizon.colum.edu just to show you the download option. So here we are back in, and I'm going to go to install VMware Horizon Client. And the version that I want to get is the latest one for Windows. You can see we have a Mac option. I'm going to go to Downloads. I'm going to download that now. I'm going to throw that on my desktop. You can see I actually have it downloaded already. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Save. So you can see on my desktop I have my installer here. I'm going to double click it. And it gives me the instructions to agree to their agreement. I'm just going to hit agree and install for now. I'm going to let that install. It's pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. I'm going to click restart later for now because I've actually had this installed in the past and I have the proper libraries. So what it does is it places an icon on your desktop like this. And when you double click it, this can be quite confusing because what happens is, for me, because I've had it installed before, it takes me to this Horizon, it automatically takes me to the portal. Now if I click on new server, you're probably going to get something like this where it's empty or you have to hit plus. The server you want to type in is this horizon.colum.edu and then you want to hit connect. And once you connect, you'll have the icon here. So if I double click this icon, you see it's going to essentially give me the same login information as I had through the browser. And I'm going to hit IAM here. I'm going to type in A to Margin, and then the password is whatever, again, that they gave you on campus for your Windows login. So I'm going to hit login, and now you can see I have the same thing where it's 8Q and 4Q, and you get the this logo here, which is really nice to have because, or I'm sorry, the icon here, which is really nice to have because it'll always pop this up. And if I run the 4Q here, you'll see it starts to take over my computer. And what's really cool is, and I'm going to pause this for a second. I had to minimize it because it popped up on my left side of the screen, but you can see now it's preparing for Windows. And actually I can maximize this if I'd like. I can log in. It gives me the same setup, and now it's floating on my computer instead of just in the browser. And I have access to the same software. Now, I have noticed a performance difference between having it installed versus through the browser, and that could be my internet. I'm not an authority in any way on the differences between the connections, but I do tend to like this way better. If you have the hard drive space, I would say do it this way. And also I like that I have this bar at the top. So for example, if I go to options here, you can see, or I'm sorry, connect USB device. If you have all these different USB devices like a camera and stuff, you have to run it from here, where I've had issues with that through the browser, and that's of no fault to Columbia. It's literally the way it's set up through the Horizon system. I think, again, not an authority. And I also connect my Wacom tablet this way. So anyway, that's my please email me if you have any other questions or have any concerns. And yeah, I mean, good luck this semester.